day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, June 12, 2023. Ground has officially been broken for rehabilitation of the Jacksontown to Ulster Spring Main Road in southern Trelawney at a cost of over $400 million. Morris Hill Limited was awarded the contract and will carry out the restoration work in two parts. Phase 1, set to cost $205 million, is already underway. It targets 5.3 kilometers of roadway from the Jacksontown Tax Office to the Sawyers Primary School.
The scope of the work will demolition and site clearance, drain cleaning, drainage construction, pavement works, construction of rubber mason retaining walls, road marking, guardrails, curb and channels installation.
$224 million will be spent on Phase 2, which will begin shortly. Cooperation is to be strengthened between the United States and Caribbean nations on the sharing of information about the illegal transshipment of firearms. The U.S. has announced that its Department of Justice will be creating a new post to appoint a coordinator for the Caribbean firearms prosecutions. Vice President Kamala Harris says this will help to maximize firearms information between countries to support the prosecution of traffickers.
This effort will be aided by the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, which President Biden signed last year, and includes new federal criminal offenses for firearms trafficking and straw purchases.
Further coordination in the Caribbean will see U.S. law enforcement agencies providing support to the recently established Caribbean Crime Gun Intelligence Unit in Trinidad and Tobago. Officials will receive training in firearms investigations and help to bring criminals to justice.
And we will stand up a Haiti Transnational Criminal Investigative Unit in collaboration with the Haitian National Police to facilitate investigation and prosecution of firearms and human trafficking, which affects the entire region.
Vice President Harris was addressing last Thursday's meeting with Caribbean leaders held in the Bahamas. Meanwhile, Jamaica is facilitating a 3-day consultation meeting with Haitian stakeholders as part of CARICOM's response to unstable conditions in that country. The consultations, which began on June 11 and end tomorrow, June 13, are intended to build consensus and allow for inclusive participation in a neutral environment. It is being facilitated by a CARICOM Eminent Persons Group, which comprises former Prime Minister of Jamaica, Bruce Golding, former Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Kenny Anthony, and former Prime Minister of the Bahamas, Perry Christie. Establishment of the group is one of the outcomes from the CARICOM's mission to Haiti in February, which was led by Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Mr. Holness says the consultations are a powerful demonstration of individual and collective will to bring positive change to the difficult situation in Haiti.
Jamaica, therefore, supports the process of inclusive and open dialogue and efforts to find solutions to Haiti's ongoing challenges. It is encouraging to see represented here today stakeholders from a broad spectrum of Haitian society. And I am pleased to note that some of you were part of our earlier engagement in Port-au-Prince.
Both the Prime Minister of Haiti and the Eminent Persons Group committed to the process.
Honorable Prime Minister,
Madame la Secrétaire Générale, grâce à vos efforts et à votre détermination, vous avez pu convaincre les uns et les autres que la solution rapide, la solution durable pour Haïti, passait par le dialogue et le sens du compromis. Ceci constitue un premier pas. J'espère qu'il y en aura d'autres qui nous permettront de franchir ensemble les étapes vers le nouveau
and go through all of the stages necessary to rebuild our country.
Yes, the discussions will most likely be contentious at times. Yes, ideas will be put forward that will attract criticism and objection. Yes, each of you must have the opportunity to put forward your position firmly. We ask only that it be done respectfully, with a willingness not just to listen to contending views, but to consider their merits before brushing them aside.
Mr. Golding says considerable efforts have been made from ongoing discussions towards developing a framework to transform the current situation in Haiti to one of peace and security, constitutionality, credible elections, institution building, and most importantly, creating a sense of hope for the Haitian people. This year, about 300 Jamaican youth will benefit from the Universal Service Fund USF Technology Advancement Program TAP 3 coding course. The group of young people aged 18 to 29 will receive training in computer coding as well as critical thinking, problem solving, and teamwork skills. This is to help them compete in the rapidly changing technological industry. Minister of Education and Youth Fable Williams says the program demonstrates the government's commitment to using information and communication technology ICT capabilities to support socio-economic development.
We also laud the Universal Service Fund for its role in ensuring our young coders are not just fluent in the language of technology, but also proficient in the skills needed to navigate the evolving tech landscape.
She was speaking at the recent TAP 3 opening ceremony and orientation. The TAP 3 coding course classes are part of government's commitment to closing the digital gap.
I want to implore all our participants to actively engage with our course guides and to take this training seriously. The knowledge you gain here will not only equip you with essential skills for the digital world, but it would also be your stepping stone towards a rewarding career in ICT.
And finally, Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Education Minister Fable Williams have condemned the brutal killing of Brayton Primary School student 8-year-old Daniel Rowe. Little Danielle was found by a soldier in the Swallowfield area of Kingston with her throat slashed and later admitted to the Bustamante Hospital for Children. She underwent surgery Thursday night but succumbed to her injuries on Saturday. Prime Minister Holness says the nation cannot be silent. He and the Education Minister are calling on anyone with information to report it to the police.
The society cannot surrender to wanton violence, and we must be unequivocal when violence is directed against our children. Already since the start of this year, 8 children have been murdered, 3 of whom are under 12 years old. Our indignation and intolerance of fatal violence must be expressed in the highest penalties as a deterrent and the stiffest punishment if the criminal was not deterred.
Prime Minister Holness has given directives for the mobilization of all necessary investigative resources to bring the perpetrator to justice. The Ministry of Education and Youth has also been directed to have all schools review their safety and security policy to ensure they are being effectively practiced. The Education Minister, meanwhile, says Jamaicans must remain vigilant in their efforts to protect children. Minister Williams has extended condolences to Daniel's immediate family and the teachers and students at Brayton Primary. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.